why is this moment so important for those of us who are about Cuban solidarity?
Well, for one, thank you for for telling me to hop on the show a few minutes beforehand. But yeah, so actually, I mean, Baba Zai, you're the one that told me to go on the VB first time. But it is the longest Cuba Solidarity organization based in the United States. It's been in existence since 1969. Part of the reason why it's a member organization of the NNOC is because it's our goals are in alignment with ending the blockade on Cuba, promoting free travel, closing the concentration camp in Guantanamo and the military base there. And so part of the reason why it also holds an importance is because there are several other brigades that go to Cuba, but the VB also has like a pretty structured political education factor to it. That takes people through like learning about the Cuban Revolution, working with different mass organizations, visiting and meeting with Cubans from all different levels of society, whether it be politics or culture or
down to the children.
So I think that it is very important, especially if for all ages, but especially for youth to go as well. And so we do try to focus a lot of like our fundraising on that, and particularly for Black and brown working class people. We do have a local committee in New York and New Jersey that works on that as well.
So locally, right? What should be our task on hand as you see it from the lens of the brigade? Locally, what should be happening in terms of what solidarity should be look like from our community?
Well, aside from promoting it through like events and also different campaigns such as taking Cuba off the SSOT list, and sort of fundraising events that we can have like in the community to like sort of raise these issues and talk to people about Cuba and sort of destigmatize it. We do some of this work like through an organization that I work with called Build More Unity that's based out of Jersey City, where we do try to incorporate some of this work and try to connect it also to like since it is Black August, to the long history of revolutionary movements here in the United States. Especially with solidarity with our political prisoners here in the United States. Again, they have provided solidarity for, numerous organizers and political prisoners of war, people who are at the front lines of these movements that, we often romanticize today, but, don't necessarily always fight for in the present. So, we have, and also we have the legacy of like even the Cuban Five, who are Cuban political activists and currently involved with groups like the international like ECAP, which is the organization that we work with the Venceremos Brigade, that facilitates a lot of solidarity work. The president of that was a political prisoner here in the United States. And so there is this sort of long history of anti-imperialist and anti-colonial movement that really bridges together, movements based in the United States, and especially around colonized people and African people and Cuba as well.
Now, where I was going with the question, so I guess we'll have to fill it in as we wind this conversation down, is that there are dozens, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but there are dozens of cities, city councils who have done resolutions just within the last several years calling for the end of the blockade against Cuba and to remove it from the state-sponsored terrorist list. And of all the cities that have, and Newark is not one of them yet, right? All politics are local. Newark is not one of them yet,
That
and
is
our city
surprising.
council does not act like the mayor sometimes.